The challenge for October, Aries, you may be spending a lot of money in October. Now this could come from, most of this is going to come from mismanagement with the King of Pentacles reversed. This could also be a man in your life who is a bit of a thief. So I would not recommend loaning money to anyone in October. The King of Pentacles is, this is normally going to be an earth sign male energy. Does not have to be, but so that's going to be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. He's coming up as a king. So this is probably somebody who is going to be a bit older. It's maybe a father for some of you, or an older brother, or, or your partner if you're with an older man or woman. Again, so many people, it's going to be different for everyone, but for most of you, that's what the energy is coming up like. And I think that you, some of you may be involved in a legal case with this person, and they're going to be definitely trying to get either a heavy sentence for you, depending on what it is that you've done, or if this is a financial type case, a settlement type case, where you're fighting over something financial. He's really going to be trying to, lie his way out of owing you money, or lie his way into taking your money. I think though, for those of you in a legal situation, justice will prevail. Now, what that means is, whoever's in the wrong, it's mostly coming up for most of you as this, this energy, but that doesn't mean, in all cases it will be. Maybe perhaps you Aries with an earth sign rising, if you're in the wrong, you may disagree with the verdict here, or with the settlement, but I see that justice will be served. It may not come in October though. With this rune, which is the rune of legalities, it's about reaping and harvest and that old wheel of karma, getting what you deserve. But it can take some time. So, that's a slow process. And especially we do have Mercury retrograde in October. So, it's not the time for speedy decisions. So if something has been slow going, it's probably going to slow down even a little bit more in October. If it comes in the beginning though, maybe it comes at the end. But I do see this as your challenge. So look out for this. In October, Aries. For some of you, this may just be about how you manage your money, making sure you know where it's going, saving some for a rainy day. Don't spend it all as soon as you get it. Definitely put back some for the future. Some of you may be planning for something, because this is also the rune of the year. So maybe you are planning something for next year, a trip or an event, and you're going to need to save money for it. And maybe you're concerned that, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to save any money for this. Or maybe you just have a goal, a personal goal. You want to buy a house next year. You want to get a new car next year, some large ticket item. And you're concerned that you haven't been able to save. I mean, what this is saying with that is that you can still turn this around. You can still turn him right side up and be in the money. So just keep that in mind, Aries. As long as you're aware of it and you take steps to correct it. And even if you can only save a little bit, I mean, $25 a week or $25 a month even is better than nothing. So just make an effort to start doing what you can if that's your goal, and you can turn this around. I do see also that you're going to find out the truth about a situation. This can be a harsh truth with the Tower card, Aries. It can be something you were avoiding, something you did not maybe want to know. But with this card, it is normally a shock. This is normally something you had no idea. And because this is coming up around a delay rune, I feel like it's going to stop you in your tracks. It's going to stop you on your path in some way, just because you have to kind of reassess and decide where to go from here. And, this could have to do it's going to be different for all of you. This could be, this could have to go back to dealing with this legal case, maybe you find out what this guy's been doing behind your back or what he's been trying to prove or say about you to kind of, win this case. And you're like, are you kidding? And now you have to kind of step back and figure out a new way forward. For some of you, this may be finding out something about someone else that you had no idea. It could be surprise changes at work. With the Tower, usually there's some loss maybe that comes with this if it is something like that. So some of you, I'm sorry to report, may find out that, your job is in jeopardy, or maybe there's new management coming in and they're making a crazy bunch of changes and, nobody knows what that's going to entail. This secret may be around a relationship for some of you. And again, just the possibilities are really limitless, but whatever has been hidden up until October will be revealed. We do have, along with the Mercury retrograde, 2 eclipses. And eclipses tend to eclipse something out of your life. So whatever this is and whatever this is around, it's a situation that you need this information to get rid of this, whatever this is, or to, move around this or past whatever this situation is. So you have this rune is also a protection rune, though, even though it does symbolize delay. I don't feel like this is a total stop, a full stop on whatever it is you have going on. Your goal may be further off, like for instance, going back to this example of the legal case, you can still do that, but it just may be further off. Those of you who are saving, it could be that an expense comes up, something may be wrong with your house, your car, and you have to get it fixed. You didn't know it, it's a surprise, it's shock because you didn't know anything was wrong with the house or the car. That could be another way that the Tower card works. Again, it's a shock, but it's something that stops you in your track and kind of takes you. It's a big expense, so it takes away from your fund for whatever this goal is that you wanted to do next year for like a trip or a purchase or something like that. So that's just a few of the ways this could work out. Do expect the unexpected in October, Aries. Unexpected truth. Something will be revealed to you, and it's gonna set you back for a minute so you can process, but also set you back with cash, maybe for some of you. So if you can save, if you're watching this on the September side and you can save a little bit extra or work a few more hours, I would recommend it. You're going to appreciate it. Help that's going to be available to is I do think that you are going to get some good news regarding property, inheritance, or home. So those of you who again are going back to this, if this is an inheritance situation where there's a family member who's trying to take what's yours, take property from you, try to take possessions that are meant for you, I think that you will get good news about this, many of you, if that's what it's around, if it's, specifically about inheritance or property. Or if you're going through a divorce with someone and they're trying to take your home from you, it does look like many of you're going to have good communication and action to take to save your home. Those of you who have been worried about your home, maybe you've been, having trouble making your payments or things like that. I do feel like you're going to get some communication with the Page of Wands of some sort of action that you can take to save this. This can also deal with a child, with a Page of Wands that maybe you're dealing with custody issues, and I think you're going to get, the desired result about that, if that's the case. This would be for many of you, not everyone again with these court cards, but a lot of this would be around a fire sign child. So this would be another Aries, a Sagittarius, or Leo child, that you maybe this is a child that you watch that comes to stay with you. That's actually kind of brings some light into your life, or that you enjoy being around. So maybe this is your niece, or if you are male, maybe this is you've got your kid for a little bit longer than you normally do, or maybe the custody's just been worked out and you get to have your first weekends with your child. But there's something very positive about that. It's going to be a big help to you. And some of you may be thinking about Some actions you've taken in the past. That's another way this can work with that rune. You may be looking to the past and wishing that you had, wishing that you could still kind of go after and do things with the freedom. You may be looking at your childhood with very, sentimental eyes and thinking, God, it was so free and fun when I was a kid. I just sometimes want to be back there. That's another way this can work out. Somebody who's idealizing the past, idealizing childhood, the freedom of childhood, or even, your early 20s, if you're a bit older, when you were free to kind of go and do whatever you wanted to do and not have so many responsibilities and that sort of thing. So, I mean, and, it's coming up as a help to you. So maybe you should look back. Maybe you should try to kind of bring some of that energy, some of that childlike energy into your everyday life in October. This could also play out in maybe you're hosting a Halloween party and you go as something very kind of childlike or that appeals to children, or that something that, a hero that was your hero when you were a child, because there's a very childlike energy that's going to help you. It's actually going to be a very positive part of October, Aries. So yes, you are known as the children of the zodiac because you're the first sign. So tap into that energy in October and really play with that and enjoy it. It's going to be a source of joy and happiness for you. What has to be accepted about October with the Death card, but also the Rune of Joy, is there is going to be a transformation going on. There will be a death of a situation, a death of a relationship, or a death of, maybe even a job. But it's ultimately going to bring you joy. So there's always loss accompanied with the Death card, but because you have the Joy rune here, I feel like it's something you want rid of for most of you. You want to be free of this situation. You want out of this relationship. You hate this job. If they let you go, whatever, that's great. I'll deal with it because I really don't like being here. So yeah, there is some sort of huge transformation in October. It may not be complete, by the end of October, but it does start and you're happy with where it's going. You're able to, and it may be related to this truth that is revealed. Again, most usually all of the cards are connected in some way. But yeah, it may be that whatever this truth is that's revealed allows you to move forward, let something go. Remove yourself from a situation that has only caused pain, or where you've had the wool pulled over your eyes. You've been blinded by someone, but now you're free to move forward and move on from whatever this is with joy. And once you're out of it, it's kind of, you'll be able to do this sigh of relief because you don't have to deal with that situation anymore. At the end of the month, your reading's very up and down, Aries. So I feel like you may be particularly moody in October. But I mean, this disruption with the Tower card, again, kind of going back to this truth that is revealed. Something that you had hoped for with the Star card in reverse. You're disappointed. You don't get your wish in some way. And yes, that's disruptive, but again, it's because of an outside influence. So it's caused by someone else. It's caused by an organization. Again, this would be a situation where maybe if you lose your job and now you can't save for this big ticket item that you want, again, how they all relate together. And relate back to each other. But I mean, don't lose hope, Aries. I go back to this. Focus on the positive. I'm free of that situation. Because whatever this is, it was holding you back in some way. It was dragging you down. It needs to go. It just may not be going in a time frame that you were thinking. It's being removed kind of out of your control. And that's the uncomfortableness of it. It was going to go anyway. It's maybe just going not on your timetable, and that's what's so disruptive. Don't lose hope. Again, use this childlike energy. Get in touch with that. Rejuvenate that, because that's going to help you kind of get through this transitional phase. a big month of change for you, Aries, October, but they're necessary changes. And I mean, the rest of the year compared to this is definitely going to feel a lot calmer, but you're going to be in a new reality. Something about your reality is changing drastically. But don't lose hope, because it is for the better, even though in the moment it may not feel like it. You're not going to see it clearly probably until November or maybe even December, where you can kind of see the full effects of this. So yeah, the 2 eclipses and the Mercury retrograde in October, Aries, not the easiest of months, but you're going to come through this. You are going to have a good time, because I mean, again, with this childlike energy and this joy over this big change, tells me that you're going to be able to reconcile yourself with whatever is being eclipsed out of your life, or whatever this situation is that, the truth is finally revealed. You can now use this information to move forward. Yeah, it may not be how you had hoped it would turn out, or how it would go, but things in life seldom are. Very few of us get to experience that. That's the thing with life. It doesn't always turn out the way we are expected. In fact, it hardly never does.